we're exploring different sounds on this Regeneration album. So many different, and we're even approaching hip hop. We have a featured artist on the album, Thought Bomb. Thought Bomb.
Gotta find my place again. Close my eyes, take the plunge, swim my own pace again. Now the sharks are closing in.
Here I go, time to sink or swim.
So what was the initial spark that really threw you into doing the whole music thing?
Karaoke night.
Karaoke night, yes. I did. It's true. I was introduced to the wonders of karaoke. I finally, got up the nerve to get up there. Did a System of a Down song, was rolling on the floor and getting all crazy, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should give this a shot.
Excellent. That's awesome. That is, I'm sad that I missed the rolling on the floor. That sounds like it would have been epic. Nice.
My earliest memory making music was hearing my good friend David Dillhunt playing guitar. He was just messing around with certain simple guitar riffs, and I just really liked what he was doing, and we started playing with the idea of being a punk band, and we formed our first punk band, Freak Flag, at that point. We were all kind of novices at music, but we found a common kind of camaraderie in that, and we sort of found a common energy and a rebellious spirit that we were all looking for. By about 2010, Bryce and I were living together, me and another friend of ours. We were all living together in the same apartment. That whole year, we didn't do anything musically. That entire year of 2010 was just probably the loneliest I've ever felt. I didn't feel like I fit in, even with the freaky people. We would go out to the local goth night. I felt like I was amongst the freaky people, I'm supposed to fit in with this scene, and I still didn't feel like I fit in.
By the way, I love these. I don't even think we should do those again. I think we should just leave those.
Okay,
I think,
great,
I like that
How they're
sound.
distorted and how they're peaking, and
Yeah,
it kind of
exactly.
works in this context, whereas normally you don't want that.
Oh, yeah, no. I really like that.
There's definitely one track that I explore one of my previous Regenerations, who was very much into heavy music and punk, but was very shut off from the world and was very kind of the loneliest period of my life. That track is called Warrior Punk.
Morose motherfucker, he's given up. The warrior punk in the goth club, dressed in Salvation Army camo, fighting a war with no ammo.
It was very interesting in the writing to try and capture how I was feeling 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Because this was me 10 years ago. Was I was living in a shitty apartment near UBA that cost way too damn much money.
Right.
Basically became a trash hole real fucking quick. And we'd go to Umlaut every Tuesday night, and
Yeah.
you're amongst all the freaky people, but you still feel like a freak. And it's what the fuck do you do?
He's avoiding all the faces. You should avoid these places. Dead end life with dead end choices. Silence the voices. All he wants is noise.
I told somebody this morning, one of my friends of mine from the goth scene, I was like, I worked on this song for US, and I finally got the vocal tracks, and I'm really excited that I'm working on it, because it just seems to be about him going to a goth night and going, this is lame.
That warrior punk persona was somebody who desperately wanted to be different, but at the same time was afraid of that. At the same time, didn't really want to be different. I think I was sure of my own creativity. I was sure that what I was doing was true to myself, but it wasn't relating to other people. And so I think that's why I felt so alone that year, is because I wanted to express myself through music, but it seemed like nobody in our current scene, at least in the bubble around me, was really into what we were doing.
Going nowhere. He's going nowhere. We're all going nowhere. Gonna get in his car and drive to nowhere. Drive fast, drive into the void. Shake these demons off, I'm fucking annoyed. Slam into the walls, boxing him in. Patience wearing thin, all he hears is noise.
The Warrior Punk track is like noise, but it makes me just like all excited for the days that I was listening to like Black Flag and Ministry and KMFDM and Rollins Band and, you know, Trent Reznor and me like, I feel so much anger sometimes. And I was like, there's a track for that. Like, you just gotta go with it. And I just obsessively listened to a lot of noise and angry music, you know, during that, you know, a phase of my life that was more like the Warrior Punk, even though that's the lyrics and the story are more specific to Abrill's experiences, but I relate to it, even though it's very much like his story. It's also a little bit my story. And so they're like a track that you can just kind of listen to it as long as your eardrums can take it. It's very loud.
Blast that fucked up music. Blast that fucked up music. Blast that fucked up music. Blast that fucked up music.
I was studying like a bunch of like the music I was listening to at the time, like hard like punk rock and like metalcore and screamy stuff that I was like all about in that year, because I felt like I could not, that whole like here we are at the end of our rope again, I felt like there's nothing I could do to like not feel like bored and depressed and like what the fuck am I doing with my life?
And that's me. That's me every time in a damn goth club, and that's so many of my goddamn friends when we're in a, because we came up in an era that was different from the way it is now. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I could talk for hours about the differences between then and now, but that feeling of here we are at the end of our rope again, like it's so just like, that's, it says the thing that so many people were feeling and are feeling now, even or I guess pre-corona when people were still going to goth shows and stuff.
Here we are at the end of our rope again.
Trying a couple of times just to see if you can get a feel for it, doing it low, like here we are at the end.
Here we are at the end. Here we are at the end of our rope again. Here we are at the end of our rope again. You actually found a register that's too low for me. Some Tom Waits shit.
That's low even for me, man. And I have a low-ass voice.
Yeah. The low register of that low vocal sounds as low as I felt in 2010.
Can't stand this purgatory. I rewrite the story and silence all your noise.
There we go. Man, people know you can holler like that? Damn. Damn.
They gonna know now.
You
gonna learn today.
That's right.
I thought I didn't have a future. I thought if I did have a future, where was it? And so I think if that person could meet me now, he'd maybe get a little assurance of, okay. And I think it would take him maybe a minute, but I think he would get it. I think he would lock in and be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense, because I feel like who I am now was always deep inside that warrior punk kind of, the warrior punk was maybe afraid to kind of be fully himself.
I was telling JJ, that song stylistically sticks out like a fucking sore thumb. It's like, this is a concept album. It's a concept album about the changes we've all gone through, and that was a huge period of my life.
No, it captures an era.
Like, I'm glad that it comes at you out of nowhere. I'm glad that it's so significantly different from everything else.
You know, Year of Perfect Vision is very cool. And Brand New Life is very cool. All the singles are very cool, but not everything is going to be a pop song. We don't all feel like a pop song every night.
Exactly,
you know what I mean? And so the importance of being able to have songs that are darker, that kind of explore those dark feelings in the same kind of honest way is vital, and is a thing that I think is going to make the record that much more impactful.
Here we are at the end of our rope again.
Gotta find my place again. Close my eyes, take a chance, spit in your face again. I'm the grenade, you just pulled the pin.
Yeah, so Thought Bomb, that's a good handle, or whatever the rapper name phrase is. Is there a name for that? Anyway.
Dude, I don't envy you. I mean, just the idea of having, like, I can write raps, but I cannot rap raps. When I used to work with those rappers back in the day, you know, they didn't always show up with their lyrics finished, and we would sit down and we would figure them out together. Man, having to rap? I'm too Caucasian for that. No way.
I'm punished when I'm not needy enough. I'm punished when I don't bend the knee enough. I'm punished when I don't bounce his feet enough.
I was so impressed with the ways that rap started to show up on this album, and starting to kind of give some creative form to the Thought Bomb character, and I think it's like the sign of good things to come. I feel a little bit of spark of the old Freak Flag persona, a little bit of stuff that I started getting to see and getting to know when I first met Abrill back in 2008, 9, 10.
The Thought Bomb character to me feels very much an extension of Freak Flag.
It's sort of like he's maybe been incubating and kind of hiding out and listening to more rap like since that era, and now is just like ready to kind of be like, kind of take over.
With the rap thing is always something like, I wonder if I've always been curious about it, like seeing other people do it and be like, I wonder if I could do that. Your voice is sickening, and I'm not listening. The emptiness you're threatening, get ready, here comes the reckoning.
Damn, son. Bringing the fire.
Spit on fire. Spit on fire. Dylan.
The challenging part was just like doing stuff that's that lyrically dense. And I'm still working on that. I know I can do that, but it's like hard to like sit down and like actually come up with stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Thought Bomb feels very much an extension of kind of those ideas I was exploring in Freak Flag of anarchy and kind of dissatisfaction with the world as it currently is, wanting to give the world and the power structures that be like a kick in the ass. You'll notice there's Japanese characters on the mask, the fox mask that I wear as the Thought Bomb character. That is the Japanese word shinjitsu, which means the truth. So that's always what I feel like I want to bring with Thought Bomb is just the unfiltered truth. It's speaking the truth that nobody is speaking.
Only one on my side to defy suicide. Rather die than comply. Swim till I reach the sky. Got thoughts like grenades and they're about to explode. On the road between worlds about to murder my pain. Lobotomize my bad brain and take away all the noise.
I love exploring the different things that name can mean as well. Like Thought Bomb, he like blows your mind. Thought Bomb, it's an idea. The idea of that character is that he is not a person, is that he is an idea. Also, one of the nicknames of that character is the Rap Vigilante, because he's a bit like Batman if he rapped. He's like, he puts on the mask, he fights crime, he spits bars for justice. So yeah,
I've helped more than a few guys like write their bars, and that's one thing. But I could never, spit bars. I could never rap. I could never do that. It's just not in me.
Gotcha.
So the fact that you're just going to do it and you're just already good at it, I think that's something I feel very good about. You should feel good about it.
It's hard for us to be all things, but if we do have these different senses of different personalities, different dynamics, different aspects of ourselves, we have so much more freedom to explore the range of what's possible for us and to not just repress or hold things in, but to just fully go for it and be all those things. I'm looking forward to it. I think Thought Bomb is a really intriguing character, so we'll see what happens.
Are we good?
We are good.